Hey there, Chad here for the AI Content Dojo, and I really wasn't going to make this video, but I decided that I've gotten a lot of questions today that are around the idea that they're trying people trying to use the AI to kind of like generate large amounts of content quickly, and obviously the AI is capable of it, but I think what you're gonna and I think the frustration that a lot of these people have had is that when you try to do that, the AI, it starts to make, let's just say it, mistakes, right? Like it's almost like that junior writer that just has a deadline that's just not possible, and they're just writing to write, you know. It's just flowing as fast as they can, and they're not having any, no inputs, no reactions, no assistance, nothing like that, and the content is just coming out, right? And you end up with a situation where you know maybe in shortly where you're trying to just use a slash command like a whole lot of times all throughout the article just to try to like generate, and where you end up with maybe 80% or more of the articles written by AI. And when you then if you're if you care about your content and you go back to try and do an edit or something and you find out that facts are completely wrong, or that the topic kind of strays a lot, it doesn't stay on the narrative thread very well, things like that, or it just gets really wordy and fluffy sometimes. That's usually stems from the fact that you're trying too hard to let the AI do everything. And I understand why you might be trying to do that, and you just want to get as much as you can done immediately, magically for you, and it's alluring. I totally get it. But if you're trying to create an actual high quality article relatively quickly, you need to learn how to mix the instruct with the dance. And this article or this video is going to be mostly about doing the dance. There's a couple of ways that I want to describe this dance. So one is almost inside of the interactions that you can have with instruct. And then the second is when you're in the meat or the body of your article and you're doing the writing and the work. So at first, you're going to probably do things like instruct, give me an outline or write an outline, give me some topic ideas or headlines and things like that, right? And you might be in a situation where you kind of want to generate a lot of ideas just so you have more to pick from. So let's just say that we're in a situation where give me some. Actually, let me do this. Let's see if we can dictate. Is it going to work for me? Give me some. It's not writing. Let's see here. Why isn't dictate wording or working? It's kind of weird how it doesn't work sometimes. Give me some topic ideas about working from home. Okay. Decided to work that time. Thank you. And I'm going to hold down Shift Command Enter so that the instruct command that you see right there stays even after it generates the content. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So you can see we've got a list. It's 5 or so bullets of what seems like could be some pretty decent headlines, right? 15 reasons to work from home, the top 10 best places to work remotely, 3 strategies for freelancers who want to become more successful. These are all decent topics around the idea of working from home. But maybe I want some more. And that's where you can start doing things like leading the AI. And when you're in this list of things, it's really easy. If you understand the context of working with this AI, inside of shortly means that when you click this write for me button down here, or hit Command Enter or Control Enter if you're on Windows, wherever your cursor is up will be used, and also what's in the article brief and title, but in this case those are empty. So the only thing that the AI has to use is this. Now there's one thing that you can notice about this, right? And what might that be? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it. That context that is above this cursor location right here, all of this, what is something that stands out about it? It's easy, and it's right there. I'm not trying to trick you. It's the list, right? It's got a dash, space, and then the I guess headline or topic idea, right? And so as a way to nudge the AI along, just put a dash space there. And when you hit write for me, and by the way, I like to set mine to a little all the time, which means that it's going to output less at a time, which would give me more opportunity to dance with the AI. Dance with the AI means I write some, it finishes my thought for me. In the case of doing something like this here with an instruct command where I'm trying to get more added to a list, it gives me the opportunity to add a dash to keep it kind of moving, to nudge it in the right direction. And I say, please give me, in this sense, I'm essentially asking my AI, please give me another bullet in this list compared to what's above it. And it should give me a few more ideas. How to start your own virtual assistant business from home, 13 tips for freelancing success. You can kind of see how sometimes maybe it starts to repeat a little bit. Like, I don't want that one in there. Let me take that one out. 8 strategies for running a business. See, that's more virtual. How to become a virtual assistant. See, you can tell it kind of dove into the whole virtual assistant thing. And in fact, I'm probably going to clean a bunch of those up because I don't want them. Let's do it again. I don't want the virtual assistant thing taking over too much. Okay. All right. Anyway, so you can see that what we're getting now is a nice list of things where now I might pick 10 fun ways to make money from home. If that's what I wanted to write about for my current article, that's now available to me because I did a little bit of dancing with the AI to get these ideas. Okay. The other part of it is the other dance with the AI. Let's see. Let's pick one of these. Let's go ahead and just start. How to start your own virtual assistant business from home. Let's copy that. Let's make that the title. And now we need an article brief. I could just do something as simple as write an article about, and then paste that in there. How to start your own virtual assistant business from home. And that would work. But when you want to do the dance and you want to get more, and a really topic-rich, thorough article brief will do a better job of helping your AI produce the content that you want, especially when you're doing the dance with the AI, because you're going to be using the write for me button that's right down here quite a lot. And that means that it gets to use the article brief and title as part of its ability to pull more content from the AI. And that's different than the instruct command, because the instruct command does not use the article brief and title. So there is an instruct. Instruct does have the capability of helping you out with the article brief. So let's see, write an article brief about, and I'm going to paste that headline in there and run this, and hopefully it gives me a little article brief that I can paste in here that has a lot more depth to it. Please write an article about one of the most popular side hustles right now is being a virtual assistant. This job lets you work from home, set your own hours, and live the perfect work-life balance. There's no need to be chained to a cubicle during office hours when you can set your own schedule. Right here are some tips for how to, okay, yes. This is very good. All right, I'm going to copy this, just cut it out of there, put it in here. Now, there's a nice, rich, full article brief. So if I'm going to start doing the dance with my AI now, I would do things like starting a virtual assistant business from home is, and let's what happens when the AI writes for me now. Doesn't require any sort of certification or degree and can be started with little more than a computer, internet connection, and work ethic. One of the first things you should do is let it write. And is create a virtual business plan. This business plan is a marketing tool that will help you build credibility and secure your first clients. Start by identifying your target market. They are the first people you should, let's let it write. approach about your virtual assistant services. Figure out exactly what they need and how you can solve their problems. Next, make a list of your skills and interests. This will help you figure out how to market yourself to potential clients and the work you'll want to do as a virtual assistant. This can include things like, see if we can get the AI to start making a list. There we go. Writing articles, marketing, creating websites. Perfect. Okay, I think I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to say that's. See, every once in a while, Shortly will pop this up. This is very important that you fill this out. If it does something good for you at the time when this pops up, just tell it how good it is. If it does something bad for you, when this pops up, don't be nice. Pick the one that is, if it's very bad, pick it, because this is going to help Shortly improve over time for you. In this case, I really do like that a lot, so I'm going to say very good. But I think you can kind of see what I'm getting at. So I have a nice list now of some of the things that you could do to entice your clients and what you're going to offer them as far as your skills and interests. And the article will continue. I can just keep going, flowing with the article or with the AI, with your AI assistant. Write enough of a sentence to where you feel like you already know how the sentence is going to end, but instead of you finishing it, let the AI finish it. And that will not only give you probably what you thought was going to come out anyways, but a lot of times the AI is going to give you a nice little extra that you didn't think about, or just surprises you with something nice that just really kind of enhances your article and stays with the flow of what you're writing about versus, going off on some tangents too much and stuff like that. And also part of it might be that I like to write with a little setting. You can try and up it some, but I think what you're going to find is when you're trying to do that dance and you move that up too much and you're trying to let the AI write a lot, it's going to start to wander on you a little bit. But if you leave it at a little and you do the dance like this, you can easily breeze through an article pretty quickly. I didn't even do an outline. Normally I would say start with an intro, get some ideas in your mind about what you're going to write about, and then do an instruct, write an outline for, and let the AI Shortly give you a nice outline to start with. But I wanted to show you the dance, and this is what the dance looks like. You just, I think the key part is when you reach that point in the sentence where you feel like you know how it's going to go the rest of the way anyway, just let the AI write and just see what it does for you, okay? And that's it for this guide. If you enjoyed this or you found it helpful, please like, share, subscribe, comment, because that helps grow this channel quite a lot. It's like the one thing that kind of beats the algorithm with YouTube at all a little bit. I'm just a tiny little channel, but I'm trying to be helpful, and I hope that if you found this helpful, please help me out too. And if you want some more help and you're not a part of the AI Content Dojo Facebook group yet, just go over to Facebook, do a search for AI Content Dojo, you'll find it, or down below in the show notes, I will have a link to it as well. Also, this tool right here, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, this is Shortly AI. And if you don't have this, or if you're not subscribed to it yet, if you haven't purchased, down below I have a link to it. If you follow that link and purchase the product, Shortly will give me a little bit of a small commission to help, support the AI Content Dojo at no extra cost to you. And I would really appreciate it if you followed that link before purchasing it. And I hope to see you in the Facebook group if you're not there already. Until next time, take care.